All right, let's talk about something that's about to completely change how we shop online. I'm talking about AI, of course, but specifically a new standard, a common language that's going to make AI shopping a reality. It's called the Universal Commerce Protocol. So, conversational AI is getting ridiculously smart. We can ask it to plan our vacations, write our emails, pretty much anything. But there's this one glaring thing it still can't really do: actually buy stuff for us. I mean, come on, you've totally been there, right? You ask your assistant, hey, can you order me more of that coffee I like? And what does it do? It just gives you a link to a website. So you're back to square one, clicking around, adding to cart, filling out forms. It just defeats the whole purpose of having an assistant.
What we all actually want is this dream scenario called agentic commerce. That's the idea of an AI that acts as your true agent. It doesn't just search for you, it shops for you. It handles the whole thing, from finding the product to paying for it, all without you ever leaving the conversation.
So if that's the dream, why aren't we living it yet? Well, the simple answer is that there's a massive technical problem holding everything up, a giant bottleneck. The best way to picture it is like a huge digital traffic jam. You've got all these AI platforms on one side of the highway and all the online stores on the other, and they're all trying to talk to each other, but they're all speaking different languages. It's chaos. And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. Technologists call it the N by N integration bottleneck. Just look at it. For every AI platform, like say Google's Gemini, every single retailer has to build a completely custom one-off connection. Then a new AI comes along and they have to do it all over again. It creates this unbelievably complicated web of brittle, expensive code. And all this complexity, it's just a massive anchor slowing everything down. It costs businesses a ton of time and money, and for us, the shoppers, it just creates a clunky, frustrating experience. This is the big reason why AI shopping has felt stuck in first gear. But what if you could just clear that traffic jam? What if you could give everyone a single shared language to speak? Well, that's exactly what's happening. Meet the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP for short. It's pretty simple, really. It's an open source standard, basically a rule book that lets all these different players, the AIs, the businesses, the payment guys, all talk to each other perfectly. Honestly, the easiest way to get it is to just think of it as a universal translator, but for shopping. The AI speaks its language, the store speaks its language, and the UCP just sits in the middle, translating in real time so the transaction flows smoothly. And you've got to see who's behind this. I mean, it was developed by Google, sure, but look at the partners. You have retail giants like Walmart and Target on the same page. You have payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, and Stripe. You have Shopify. Getting all of these names, especially the competitors, to agree on one standard, that's huge. That tells you this is a really big deal. Okay, so how does this universal translator actually pull it off? Let's walk through it, but don't worry, we're not going to get bogged down in technical jargon. It really boils down to a simple three-step conversation. First, the AI agent discovers by asking the store, hey, what can you do? The store responds with a standard menu of its capabilities, like I can do checkout or I can search inventory. Second, the agent acts. It says, great, let's use your checkout capability to buy this for the user. And finally, it can extend the action by adding things on top, like, oh, and by the way, let's also apply this discount code. So the difference is just night and day. On one side, you have the before, that tangled, chaotic mess of custom code for every single platform. And on the other, the after, one single clean connection point that plugs a business into all the platforms. It just makes all that complexity disappear. Okay, so this is obviously a big deal for engineers, but why should the rest of us care? Well, this has some really tangible, real-world benefits for absolutely everyone who buys or sells things online. Let's break it down. For us, the consumers, it means no more getting bounced around to different websites. You can just shop your favorite stores right from a chat anywhere and know it's secure. For businesses, it's a game changer. They can show up everywhere their customers are without building those expensive, slow integrations. And for the developers building all this, they can stop reinventing the wheel and start creating cool new stuff on a shared, open standard. And the industry is definitely taking notice. We're already talking more than 20 global partners who have signed on and endorsed the protocol. That's some serious momentum right from the get-go. Now, here is an absolutely critical point, especially for any business owners out there. The UCP does not take over your business. You are still the merchant of record. That means you still own the customer, you own the relationship, you control your checkout flow, your pricing, all of it. The protocol is just the messenger, not the manager.
And that really brings us to the bigger picture here. This isn't being pushed as some finished product. It's really an open invitation for the entire industry to come together and build the next phase of e-commerce.
The whole thing is designed with trust and collaboration in mind. It's open source, so anyone can inspect the code. It's driven by the community, not one company. It's built to be extensible, so it can grow and adapt. It's secure, and most importantly, it's vendor agnostic, meaning it isn't designed to lock you into one ecosystem. It's for everyone. And this isn't just a white paper or a theory. It's actually happening right now. The first version of UCP is already live and running, powering new shopping experiences inside Google Search and with their AI, Gemini. This is just the very beginning.
Which, leaves us with one last kind of mind-blowing question to chew on. If our main way of shopping becomes just talking to an AI, and all the messy transaction stuff happens instantly and invisibly in the background, could this be the protocol that finally kills the checkout button for good? It's something to think about.